10 or 15% out of a side who've only won 4 of 8.
And Kovacic, another runner, make that run early with Willian on one side. It can go man-to-man on that Manchester United.
Great 2v1 down this right-hand side.
Little ball by Fernandes, tracks the red shirts. Put in front of him the former Chelsea man. Reece James, good effort, not far.
To cut inside, they keep the ball moving. Good movement.
And then re-injured his knee pre-season in Shanghai. And against N'Golo Kanté. Here's Williams, stands it up to the back post. Williams down the line for Anthony Martial. Christensen out. Kovacic there just ahead. Down the centre, Eric Bailly playing him onside and covering up and sweeping up well. Continues his run here, Fernandes. Back to Fred, chance here. Ricochets off Rudiger.
On the back of Jorginho. And a nice little flick inside to Fred.
Away for a corner kick.
Yeah, that's lively.
We wait on that pass to Willian. James goes on the overlap. Willian!
They're just 1v1 in that position when Willian could just take on Williams. And
well, they're getting good sights of goal. Fernandes. So just ahead of Christensen. Ahead. Williams. He scored 7 minutes after coming on the opening weekend against Chelsea. Across towards Martial.
Good they are on the break. And this is a brilliant ball in. Really dangerous.
Well covered by Rudiger. I think the day-glow pop socks look great. Batshuayi. The area is Jorginho.
He's on the AstroTurf in the slippy and just tries to keep it
slipped. I think on the AstroTurf, just beyond the... And play on, says Anthony Taylor.
It's the wrong side of him. Wan-Bissaka not protecting the ball well enough, and Willian... He went to ground very easily there,
Wan-Bissaka. Look at Azpilicueta sprinting on the overlap. Go into play. Pedro through the legs. And this finds Fred. He runs into Mount. That's why Chelsea bench looked a little more incensed than I thought.
What you've got to look at here is, does he...
To see that, but I'm sure they'll be taking a look at this. Stabs it through to Martial on that left-hand side. Anthony Martial scored twice. James. Mount looking for Batshuayi. Christensen. Willian. Batshuayi was just behind.
And he's not really moving.
Moment there, Anthony Taylor's going for the pocket for a yellow card. Decides. Rudiger.
And it's off the head of breaking forward, very positive. It's an excellent ball in, just offside there by looks of things.
That was an important intervention, Batshuayi.
And he's got to do better than that. No real confidence. He doesn't midfield player playing right back. Fred gets caught on the inside, and it's a great...
Took 32 appearances. He's gone to the back post, scored in towards the... Saka against Azpilicueta, excellent. Here's Fernandes.
Oh, that was the one.
That spot. Over the top looking for Willian.
Slew out of it.
Azpilicueta, there's the cross. Willian. Down the middle is Pedro, made a terrific run for Chelsea. Azpilicueta, Kovacic, plenty of movement in the penalty. Header falls to Williams. And the long-range effort by Willian to take it.
We're coming out.
Willian. Now then.
And he's good at this. Little right foot over. Didn't look like there's a simulation.
Well, there's no... Tall ball out of defence. Kovacic. Azpilicueta. And then it's Pedro to Batshuayi inside of the challenge. And then Button. Meanwhile, Martial.
Space, and once Martial gets in this position, you fancy him to hit the target.
Arguably the best chance so far for Manchester. Run straight, he would inevitably have been fouled.
Trouble, but it's high risk.
Just going back to that, Willian looked a little bit frustrated there, didn't he, on the Manchester United bench? Incidentally, if you're just joining us, of the Munich air disaster. In fact, he was a hero. That 9 bands on tonight. In memory of Daniel James, the only man in the penalty area at the moment. And he won't get some support. A little step. He falls here to Martial.
Their prime tactic.
The feet of Batshuayi. That was anticipated by Maguire.
The face here, Martial Wallop. Arm protecting himself.
Christensen and Martial and Christensen. I don't know. He's having a really good game. Mason Mount, lovely move this. Good looking cross, the header, the goal. Anthony Martial, his 9th in the Premier League this season, and the goal drought is Martial. And we talked about Wan-Bissaka
Front, just see him come, and that is absolutely brilliant header. Goalkeeper no chance. It's Christensen, who's just had a bloodied nose. He just gets a yard in front of it.
Red shirts around, but he wriggles it through towards Batshuayi.
And he plays very disciplined, holding the line, not running offside, and
frustration is growing amongst them, putting him under pressure. Ball into the penalty area, wanted it back. Looking for Mount. And Fernandes.
well, this is soft as well, isn't it? Fernandes knocks the ball.
For a similar incident, back it goes to Fernandes. Far side, creeping up his Wan-Bissaka.
Giroud hasn't got that in his game. Far from it. He's not one of those types. But he
Azpilicueta. Pedro.
Wide, and Manchester United defending in numbers. 2 players going to ground, and
United defenders went to ground desperately, and they did their Mount. Still Mount. Oh, off the post.
But it was obviously, as the ball comes in there, the head.
Willian takes it. Kurt Zouma, on as a half-time substitute, has put it into the back of the net, but it looks like there might have been a shove at the near post. Anthony Taylor hasn't.
Just look at him, he gets in front of him, gives him a massive push. He was pushed himself.
Yeah,
seem to see there's a little push just there. I'm definitely going to give that. Azpilicueta just goes into the back of, and there was definitely there's a little push there, and then he pushes it. It's, oh my word.
To the naked eye, straight away, it looked like there was a push on the United defender. Looking for Reece James, it's a lovely ball. Williams is the defender. And then Martial keeps it in play. No, he doesn't. The assistance on the... Under pressure by Fred, and Fred's run the ball off him.
Kicks his foot in, gets ahead of his marker, then he goes to ground.
The foul given. Or was there by the assist? Into service this time from Willian. He gets his head through it again. And it goes again. Caballero. Potentially, but it's Fernandes with the right. He goes for the near post, hits the post. Heavyweight boxer Frank Bruno. Bruno's corner, the header's in! On the Champions League positions. Chelsea 0, Manchester United. Harry Maguire scores here.
Edge of the box, it's good, it's out, then it's in. He gets across the front of the ball in by Fernandes. Look at that, it's asking to be attacked.
Fizzes it in.
Down.
Maguire's there again, gets the header across.
Out the backer, and Zouma doesn't jump. And if you go early defending.
Well, here's a chance. Kovacic!
What a chance. Flick there through the legs of Maguire, and Kovacic
is Eric Bailly. Had a wobbly start. Strong, and in the end, De Gea. The head goes down now as well. And then... goes to the back post here. There's Mason Mount. Good cross, good goal!
He's on the back of Maguire, gets through.
Thoughts off, and Chelsea have a second goal disallowed.
Whether you like it or not.
VAR brought to you by Verizon. Fernandes falls here to Mason Mount into the area. Heavy first touch. We've heard plenty of chants over the weekend about it.
Peel, when that ball went in, did anybody from Manchester United put their hand up and say
he's frustrated? Now goes for goal, hits the post.
Decoy, and then the strike against the post.
And Azpilicueta, his fellow Spaniard, is across, so it's a shoulder. Down in the penalty area. We play on. Willian with the cutback. Azpilicueta, first time since 1987-88.